What's happening, guys? It's Tony aka T-Slaps here. We're back with a brand new Draft League video, baby. I'm your coach of the Buffalo Drills. I know, different this season, right? We're the Buffalo Drills this season, and we are here for Clash Season 12, Week number 1. So this is my newest Draft League on the channel. It's going to be a Showdown League, something I haven't done in, I think, almost a year at this point. I haven't played Showdown in a while. But this is with the new Megas in mind, so Legends ZA. So we're going to be playing with a lot of new Megas. I don't have a draft analysis or anything, and this is going to be a lot more of our less edited out content. So, you know, if you see our Wi-Fi content, either the BBR content or the Draft Jam content, or just any of my Wi-Fi videos before, you will see they're pretty edited out. This one's going to be a little bit more laid back with the editing. It's going to be a lot more of me rambling. You're probably going to see it through the video. So, hope y'all don't mind that. But I did want to bring y'all some ZA content because the Pokemon Champion's on the way. I would love to already have my foot dipped into some of the new format and some of the things we can see. So this is National Dex. I already drafted my team, of course. They're doing 2 different drafts with this one. So we play half the season with this draft, and then we're going to play the second half of the season. We're going to redraft with the new Megas from the DLC coming out next week. Or I guess maybe this week, depending on when you see this video. But, you know, coming out with the Mega Dimensions, pretty much DLC. And so what's what we're going to be running with. I'll show you all the team right now. I mean, you're going to see it on the screen already, right? It's going to be Mega Delphox, Naganadel, Tinglu, Tinkaton, Azumarill, Rotomosh, Terra Kartana, Terra de Dunsparce, Delmise, and Ice-Q. So the Terra Kartana is only Terra Grass. If you had to grab 2 Terra Captains, one of them had to be above 9 points. I guess it didn't have to be, but one of them over 9 points could only be 1 Terra type. And so I decided Terra Kartana with Grass sounded really good. It was really between that and Fighting. And I thought Grass sounded fun. If I need to change it up, I can change it. Not a big deal, right? And then I decided to grab Terra de Dunsparce. It seemed like the best typing. Of course, with there being Spectres around and like other strong ghost types like that, I figured the Dunsparce being there was good. And it's also just a good Terra Captain, low-key. It has a lot of natural bulk that you don't really have to... that you can really like mold however you need it by changing its typing. So that was really good. Overall, I'm really happy with this team. Mega Delphox seems really crazy to use, and you're gonna see it here in this week 1 game. We're gonna use it against our opponent here, which we're playing. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I have it here: Ducksuck and the Bangkok Big Squawks. Hell of a name, by the way. No idea who they are. I actually don't know who most of this people in this league are. I know like 2 of them. So it's gonna be a lot of new faces for me to learn through. But anyways, we're running here, and we're gonna see that they have Mega Skarm, which I guess another thing to mention is obviously we don't know their abilities yet, right? Any of the new Megas. So this is with custom abilities that are already predetermined for us. So my Mega Delphox here has Magic Guard, super nice for not having to worry about taking Hazard Ship. And then they have Mega Skarm here, which has Gale Wings, which is going to be the newer version of Gale Wings, where it only works at full HP. But yeah, we're going to see Mega Skarmory here, Great Tusk, Primarina, Spectrier, Terra Raging Bolt, which can be Terra Fairy, Weavile, Salazzle, Meowstic, Terra Virizion, which can be any typing, of course, and Spidops. So the team that we decided to bring here, I have the paste open here. I'm opting not to use Showdown because the Showdown client is really weird for this. I hate how it's designed, so I'm going to show it through this the Poke Paste here, right? So we have, first off, our Mega Delphox here, rocking Timid, I think enough speed for the Spectre, obviously, with Flamethrower, Psyshock, Fire Blast, and Flame Charge. So really dual stabs is all I needed with Flamethrower and Psyshock. I was flipping back and forth between Psyshock and Psychic. I decided Psyshock would be better to hit the Primarina, as it's going to be probably like a Spadef AV set this Sponge hits. So Psyshock would hit it better. The main downside about that, to be honest, is it does hit the Great Tusk for less. I no longer OHKO it, but I think Great Tusk is going to be damaged enough throughout the game where I don't really need to mind about that. I have Fire Blast just in case I need to claim a KO that Flamethrower doesn't quite kill, and it's just like I need to risk it here sort of thing. And then lastly is Flame Charge. If I can get a Flame Charge and pick off something, that would allow me to outspeed like anything that's Scarf, like maybe a Scarf Spectre or something like that, or Scarf Weavile. And then I would be able to not have to worry about anything. So this is kind of what we're cleaning up the late game to win with, is this Mega Delphox here. So another thing to help me break to reach that point is going to be Jason the Naganadel here, holding the Yachi Berry with Beast Boost. I guess there is another asterisk with Naganadel. I did mention that there was an asterisk with the Terra typing here on Kartana. Oh my god. Another one would be that my Naganadel cannot use Nasty Plot, so that's a thing as well. So that's a little unfortunate, but it's okay. We don't really need it. So we have Naganadel here with Beast Boost. It has, I'm pretty sure it's always going to get the Speed Boost here. So, I mean, I can check real quick. I'm pretty sure it gets the Speed Boost. Yeah, it does. So that's going to help with Scarfers as well. Which is why we have the Yachi Berry, because now we can live an Ice Shard pretty much from like around like, if we're above half, we can pretty much live an Ice Shard from Weavile. And where's Draco, Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, U-Turn? I mean, it's just good coverage across this team. Dual stabs do really, really well against him. Thunderbolt hits both the Skarmory and the Primarina pretty well. And then just U-Turn to get initiative. Pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. So next we have Kartana here. Just max attack, max speed, just, you know, doing its thing, right? I need to make sure I outspeed Virizion. I low-key think the Virizion is going to be Terra Fire in this matchup. I think it does well. It will help him wall the Kartana really well. It would help him take hits from like maybe the Delphox. I think Terra Fire looks good here, personally. That's just my opinion. Because otherwise Kartana does really, really well here. We're running AV just so we can pretty much always guarantee we live this this Thunderclap from the Raging Bolt here. And then we have Leaf Blade, Sacred Sword, Aerial Ace, and Brick Break. Leaf Blade is honestly like what we're going to be clicking 99% of the time. He does not have a switch into it really. Other than the Skarm, which we aren't breaking with much. I have Sacred Sword here, which will help a little bit, but nothing too crazy, right? I have Aerial Ace just to hit that Virizion if it's not its Terra, or if it doesn't Terra, and like the Raging Bolt prefers to Terra into a Fairy type here, which I don't. It could for sure to like hit the Tinglu and stuff, but I think, like I said, Terra Fire Virizion is like really screaming to me in this matchup. And then lastly, Brick Break to break screens from like the Meowscarada here, right? So, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Kartana's just going to try to break as well. That's basically what both of these jobs are for. Naganadel and Kartana are breaking so that Delphox can try to sweep the end game. Another thing that's going to help my Primarina, or not my Primarina, sorry, my Delphox here is my Tinglu here. It's pretty Spadef, holding the Roselia Berry to help me take on that Raging Bull with Earthquake, Throat Chop, Ruination, and Stealth Rocks. The Rocks are super important, super crucial. I get Rocks on his team, and he just really cannot stop like switching to my Delphox at all, right? And it also just stops him from switching into a lot of things on my team. So Rocks is super important. I almost brought Delmise. I mean, it's not really spoilers, you can see this team here, so it would have been able to also break, or not break, but stop the spin as well. Ended up not going with Delmise, but so he can, you know, spin here with the Great Tusk. That's him wasting a turn, and I really don't mind too much if he gets a spin off. We should be okay regardless if he does do that. And so we have my guy Tinglu here, and we're rocking it with Earthquake, Throat Chop, and Ruination. So Ruination's of course just a good click into anything coming in. I can cut it to half its current HP. Pretty self-explanatory. Earthquake has our stab, and Throat Chop also has stab. Hits his team really, really hard. Spadef just meant to help to deal with the Spectrier and the Raging Bull. I mean, that's the two main things it's going to be trying to take down. So nothing too big on that. Next, we got our Rotom Wash here being physically defensive. It's going to be our main check to the Skarmory and the Great Tusk. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard. The Great Tusk does have a really good matchup into me, but I think this is what I needed to bring here. We have Defog, because Defog can get really, really annoying. Pain Split just to conserve health, and we're Hydro Pump and Thunderbolt. So I really wanted to have Volt Switch on this team, but with me being the switch into these two, I really needed Hydro Pump to hit the Great Tusk, and I needed Thunderbolt to hit the Skarm, because if I just Volt Switch out on the Skarm, and he just clicks like a Roost or something, then he's not going to take a lot, because he's going to outspeed me, remove his Electric Flying, and then I just like have to pivot into something to take on the Skarm, which I guess could work. I could pivot into the Mega Delphox from there. So maybe Volt Switch wouldn't be a bad move instead, actually. Yeah, I might switch that. This team is definitely not like locked down for certain just yet. So yeah, I might switch out the Volt Switch. I don't mind, I think, if he's outspeeds me and I have to Volt Switch out, because that just lets him Delphox for free. So you know what? I think that's going to be a change I make. We're going to do that right now during the builder, right? I'm not getting too much hope for this league. This league is kind of like on the back burner compared to the BBR and the Draft Jam. I don't really Not like I don't want to perform well, but it's just in order for me to get my feet wet, because I haven't really played National Dex period at all, and of course with new megas, I just want to kind of figure out what I'm doing here before Champions comes out. We start getting drafted on that, right? That's gonna be super fun. So we have that as well. So we changed up the Rotom a little bit there, but yeah, just meant to deal with the this guy, the Mega Skarm and the Great Tusk. And lastly, that leaves Tinkaton here. Our Spadef Tinkaton with AV with Gigaton Hammer, Play Rough, Knockoff, and Brick Break. This is just meant to help me take the Primarina hits pretty well. And if I need to, I can take on the Raging Bolt, so give my Tinglu some pressure off of it in case it needs to take on something else like the Salazzle maybe. I doubt it. But yeah, we can just kind of help ourselves out there. And it also helps with the Weavile, of course. We have enough physical bulk naturally, and we defend both of his typings where we can take on the Weavile with our Tinkaton, right? So we have Gigaton Hammer, Play Rough, Knockoff, and Brick Break. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Just our dual stabs do really well. I have Knockoff just to remove items across the team, and I have Brick Break just to get rid of screens in case Masquerade decides to set them up. So nothing too crazy here to explain, to be honest. I think the biggest threat on his team is going to be that Great Tusk for me to beat. Otherwise, I think I can set up for Mega Delphox to win this game really, really easily. So that's going to be about it. If I make any other changes to the team, you'll know at the beginning of the actual battle. But nonetheless, let's get right into it. Alright, here we are with our week 1 battle of Krash. So our opponent decided to bring the Mega Skarm. He actually did bring the Spidops. So I'm glad we brought our Defogger. He didn't bring his Great Tusk though, which is pretty crazy. He did bring his Virizion, which is it Terra Fire? It's Terra Ghost, okay. Terra Fairy, Raging Blow, of course, Mega Skarm, Spidops, Weavile, and the Skarm. So no Spectreer, or not Skarm, the Prim. So no Spectreer, no Meowstic, no Salazzle, and no Great Tusk. Great Tusk is crazy. Great Tusk actually went into me, especially because they brought the webs. Naganadel feels decent here. Worst case, I guess, would be if he led Weavile. But you have John the Tinkaton, which is fine. I think I'm going to opt to lead Naganadel for now and see what they decide to lead with. We're going to see Raging Bolt lead, so this is perfectly fine with me. We don't see a booster or anything. We can just U-turn out here and go into... Is Kaz what I want to go into here? Because let me think. I gotta remember what I brought because it's been a while. So like, I think Tinglu is fine to go in here. Because it's kind of a 50-50 until they commit a Terra about which one I can click. Because this I could use for this Raging Bolt. Tinkaton I can use for the Weavile. I can use for the Skarm. The Primarina is kind of in a weird spot. I'd have to use Tinkaton for that as well. And Virizion is kind of awkward as well. So I think Tinkaton's going to have to do some extra duty here, but that's fine. Or I guess Weavile we can use Rotom instead to give some pressure off of Tinkaton. We're going to go ahead and U-turn here. We're going to do a little bit of chip. We're going to go into our Tinglu here, and we can set up our rocks if I want to. We're going to see a Draco come out. So we can see what kind of damage that eject pack lead. Okay, interesting. So it doesn't have an item anymore. So yeah, this is like max special attack Modest or something like that. So we're going to see the Skarm come in here. This is a pretty free Rotom here. I don't think I'm like scared. He's going to also opt to not Terra, which I think is interesting. I don't know why that is yet. Maybe it's like weak armor. He wants a speed boost or something like that off of non-Terra. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, I'm free to defog here. I don't think there's anything that like makes me not want to do that. So I'm gonna defog here as they just toxic me. That's fine. So I get the Volt Switch here. So we see toxic and spike. So they're just gonna spike up again. That's cool. I'm gonna Volt Switch out here. I get to go into J-Bear here. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, Volt Switch did 45 to this Mega Skarm, right? And doesn't have Gale Wings anymore. That's actually a really bulky Skarm. Yeah, interesting. Cannot kill here with a the Thunderbolt, that'd be a good click into this team. I should be able to kill. So I think I can go to Naganadel here and click Thunderbolt against this team. Worst case, I guess, would be he goes in a Raging Bolt. But it covers for the Prim, which is super nice. Then I get some chip up on that thing, right? For my end game with the Delphox. And I have a couple opportunities to defog against the Spidops, against the Weavile. So I'm not like super worried. But that does mean that I don't really want to worry about setting up my Stealth Rocks, at least until I defog. Just because they're not super important for me just yet. But we're just going to go into this. And now I get the Thunderbolt for free and pick a KO. Not necessarily, but we get to see us do pretty much no damage, right? I figured it's going to be like a super Spadef AB set. Makes sense, right? I get to U-turn here for free. Just trying to look at what kind of damage we're looking at. I mean, that's just like max HP with an AB, so not like super Spadef. But if we can get a little bit more chip off, we can Sludge Wave it next time around. So I could keep playing like this thing is Scarfed and just make a hard pivot out, which I kind of like that play. I'm gonna go hard into Tinkaton here. We're gonna see a flip turn come out. Okay. I mean, if I get up rocks next time around, I think I kill a Sludge Wave, which is cool. But we're just gonna see Raging Bolt come in. This is honestly fine. Yeah, this is honestly fine, I think. I should live 2 hits from this thing. Yeah, this is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and click Play Rough here, I think. Play Rough into Gigaton should kill this thing. We're gonna outspeed, we're gonna do about half. We're gonna see a Volt Switch come out, we're gonna take that. So 43 and we outsped. So that's pretty good information, and it's also great damage as well. Raging Bolt. So this feels like a free Rotom. So player up did 43, so definitely has some HP investment, which like, wow, shockers, right? And Volswitch did 19. That's like a max HP, max special attack set, something like that. So when you see Body Press come out, of course we're gonna take it. Volswitch is free here. There's no point in me spinning or painting or defogging just yet. We're gonna see that come out. But don't kill the Thunderbolt here. I can go to Delphox and get my Terra off, or not my Terra, my Mega off, so that these spikes aren't really too big of a deal anymore. And I'll just Flamethrower. I mean, can I kill that Primarina with like Flamethrower into Psyshock? If I Fire Blast, I think I can. It's sitting at 67%, 67, right? So I do about 15. It'll put it at 52, and then Psyshock will kill. So I don't even need to risk it. And let me make sure this kills Skarm from where it's at. If I can just click Flamethrower, I just really don't want to have to risk the miss, right? Yeah, I should. I should always kill this thing. This is so cool. I get to click Mega for the first time in such a long time. We have to click Flamethrower here. We're gonna see Primarina come in. I'm gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve. Click Flamethrower here. Get a crit. It shouldn't matter though, because Psyshock should just pick up the KO here. That crit should not matter whatsoever. So get the Psyshock here. I'm gonna pick off this Primarina. And then what? I guess Flame Charge might have also worked too. If I had Flame Charged there. Honestly, that might have been game had I clicked Flame Charge. That might have just been game. Race Psyshock here. It's actually going to live. Ah, okay, that stinks. That's really, really bad. That's supposed to be in Thunderclap range and stuff like that. We're going to see Spidops come in. I don't want to risk this thing being Scarf, so I got to switch out. But this is a good chance for me to defog. And then, you know. Oh my god, that did a ton. Okay. Oh my god, that did a ton. This is a good chance for me to Pain Split. Or, I mean, defog, sorry. I mean, maybe Pain Split's better? I don't even know what this thing does, man. First impression. I did not think about that whatsoever. Is that banded? Oh, it's Stakeout boosted, huh? Oh, there we go. It wasn't letting me do it initially. Yeah, it's just like admin or trolley or something like that. So, I mean, if I can defog here, that's fine. Even if he sets up webs now, that's fine. Paint Split I should live, and then I can Volt Switch to break, because I can break Sash like this, right? And I get to Volt Switch. I'm healthier now, so now I can defog later and get these webs off the field. Alright, that works for me. Okay, that's fine. Now I get the Volt Switch out. Something's gonna have to take a big hit here. Things have to go into Tinkaton, or I can go to Kartana here. Which I think is fine as well. I can go to Kartana here. I don't mind getting my AV knocked, I think. Kartana should be able to take any hit from this thing. I guess even does lunge really do that much? Like lunge does half, Jesus. Okay, we'll have to go into Tinkaton. Can I outspeed this thing? At -1? Not really. What about Naga? Can I go Naga Nadell? I should outspeed this thing. But I want to be able to live that shard. I go Kartana here. Should outspeed this thing. It's just gonna set up webs. That's fine. So that works out for me. And now I get to just click. I don't have my grass stab, but that's fine. I get to click Aerial Ace here. Or I could try to break the Skarm coming in. I could make a double on the Skarm coming in. I actually like that. I'm gonna go back into Rotom here. That's the U-turns. Okay, so bad play from me. Bad play. So now I have to play the rest of the game with webs. Which isn't great. However, I can still find an opportunity to get a flame charge off. Oh man, that sucks. That was a really bad misplay with that U-turn there. That's actually awful. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Raging Bolts can come in here. That's so bad for me. We get to go into Tinglu. If we're playing with hazards, then we're getting up our rocks, right? We're getting up our rocks. Yeah, man, that's awful. Okay, we're getting up our rocks here. As he goes into Prim. Going to Tink here. And we get to knock here for free. Or Brick Break. On Skarm coming in. Or I can make a double, but there's no point because he's got the flip turn here if he wants to do that. Brick Break and kill. No Scald Burn, luckily. I mean, we don't look terrible. I think we live an Ice Shard from Weavile. Right? Delphox versus Weavile. We live a Shard, so as long as we can get rid of both of these, like, hazard guys, or not hazard, but priority guys, do I live? Then we can be okay. Then we can be okay. So this is mono body press. Meaning I can go hard in a Naganadel here and be fine. I think. Versus we can go into Naganadel here. Do we outspeed the Skarm with our Delphox at -1? Probably not. So yeah, if we want to get that flame charge off, I don't even know what it has to be against. Like on a Spite Up sack, I guess? That sucks. Okay. I mean, we can get the speed boost here with Jason, so I think our game plan has to change to, around Jason winning here. So we get our speed boost. We go into Virizion, which is Terra Ghost, right? I don't know what the heck this thing wants to do to me. And I can U-turn for free here. That loses me nothing. And then just sack Tinkaton probably. Gonna Terra, I'm gonna U-turn. Going to Tink. I can always Terra Grass as well and knock this thing. He's gonna Calm Mind. Gonna Terra Blast, crit me. Then going to Owen. Our Kartana here. And he's like Terra Blast special. So I think we're fine for now. Timid. He's Terra Ghosted. We don't have Knock. I don't know what I was thinking, but if we Terra Grass, we KO it. And we should live any hit from it. So we have to go into Kartana here. Oh, you know what? Those rocks. Actually, I don't think spikes matter. I can Terra Grass here. And we should be able to beat this thing like this. These webs are so annoying though. We're gonna Terra Grass here. We're gonna Vacuum Wave. We're gonna live it. We're gonna Leaf Blade, and gonna pick up the KO. So that's awesome for us. We can go into Weavile. I think I just let it go down here to a Brick Break or a Sacred Sword, I guess. And now we go into Jason here, and we live any hit from it. I don't even know if we live after the spikes. Let me see here. Naganadel versus Weavile. Yeah, these hazards were just so bad. If he's triple Axel, that's bad. I suppose we'd have to hope for. I don't even know if we live a knockoff. What am I at? 257. I guess 2 spikes up. It has a chance to kill us with Knock in their favor. It's like about 50-50, but Axel just kills us. What if he's Krash? Krash we would live. If I go into Tingaloo here. I don't kill with anything though. And did I even kill with Draco? Might not even kill with Draco. Yeah, I might just lose this game here. I think you have to hope for a Draco crit. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, the play that lost me the game for sure is that Rotom play. I got too aggressive there. That sucks. Because then I wasn't able to get these hazards off the field, mainly the webs. And I also wasn't able to find an opportunity to flame charge either. I suppose the only way I could was, I don't even know. There really wasn't an opportunity for me to do so anymore. Yeah, that sucks. Was there any other play I could have made here? I don't think so. If I had Vacuum Wave still, we're gonna live it. Yeah, Draco doesn't kill though. That sucks. If I had what do they call it? I had Vacuum Wave on Kartana 2 initially. Had I had Vacuum Wave, that would have put it in range of Draco, and we could have won this game. That sucks. That sucks. Oh well. GG to our opponent. Yeah, it should just be it. I'm going to Team Glue here. I mean, I guess it's not completely over if they don't have what is that move called? If they they have first impression anyway, so they definitely for sure win. If they don't have Thunderclap, I guess maybe I had a chance, but or I could live the Team Blue hit actually. I guess it's not technically over. I would need to live this hit from Weavile. They need to go Spidops and let me kill it. They have to go Spidops and let me kill it here. Or I have to live this hit from Raging Bolt. Oh, Sucker Punch. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I thought it might have Sucker too. GG to our opponent. Like I said, the misplay for sure was let my Rotom go down that U-turn. I wasn't really sure what the spot ops would have done on that turn, but U-turn of course makes sense, and that put me in a really bad spot where I couldn't debog or anything like that. So, and he just had his webs up for the rest of the game. So, usually our opponent, we're gonna fall to 0-1 to start off week 1. Sucks I didn't really get to use Mega Delphox the way I would have liked to, but just because of how poorly I play this game. But you know, hopefully next week we can bounce back with a huge win. So. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new. We've got 3 draft leagues going up on the channel currently. And I'll see you guys next week with week 2. Peace.